how to make your Yuxin Red 6x6 just as good as mine. Um, the Yuxin Red 6x6 is actually incredibly difficult to set up, which is why I think a lot of people underrate this cube heavily, and which is why
Wait,
I think a
hold
lot
up,
of
hold
people
up.
thought that I'd be ridiculous to recommend it.
Did you just hear what he said? He just said that the Yuxin 6x6 is actually really difficult to set up. Now, I'm sure you guys have seen that video already, and if not, then go watch it. But it's not extremely difficult to set up. I mean, yeah, maybe his way is, I guess his way was extremely difficult, and I know he mentioned about tightening up the tensions all the way tight with the other springs, the 5x5 ones, and then tighten them up all the way, and then like loosen them just a little bit and whatnot, and then just doing all this hocus pocus stuff. Honestly, what I did was this is how I did it. I mean, this cube isn't that bad. I mean, right now I'm not able to. My left finger at this moment, it's kind of hurts when I do the flick, so I'm actually not able to flick that well with this. So that's why right now it's not really looking that good. But anyways, there's not really one specific way to set up this cube right. I have my way I set it up, and he has his way. Our ways are two different ways. We don't know each other. I will say that him and we don't know each other. I met him once at a competition, but that's it. As for Z-Lube, he uses Z-Lube. I mean, I used it too, but I also use Silk. I really don't see much of a difference other than quantity of how much you put in. Maybe it's because I haven't used Z-Lube in such a long time. I maybe want to try it. I do want to try it now, that knowing that that's all he uses. So I want to try it again, just see if I feel a difference. But at this point, I don't really feel a difference. So I did pretty much what he did. Yeah, I put the 5x5 springs, right? I put them in there. I have a video of that earlier. I changed the stickers. He didn't do that, but that doesn't affect it. Actually, it might affect it, but only from stock to here. Because these stickers I like because they actually have good grip on them. But anyways, I mostly just do it because of the shades. Let me see. I say a lot, but let me see. His tensions, I don't know if you remember. Well, like I said, if you haven't seen this video, go watch the video. But here's my tensions, right? Mine are like right there, right? They're a bit tighter than his, and the thing with this cube, or any cube actually, the tensions actually do loosen over time whenever you solve them. So when he said that his tensions were really tight, I thought he meant it. But when he opened it up, it's like, technically my tensions are tighter than his. So what happened is he hasn't tensioned his, yeah, see, I can't do it. He hasn't tensioned his cube in a long time. So that's why it loosened up. And that's what happens. My cube will actually loosen up to that point that he had his. And so basically you just got to retighten them. And in a way it's kind of normal. That makes sense. But anyways, what I did was, you know what, honestly, it's a bit similar to how Kevin Hayes did it. This is how I tension all my cubes though. I tighten up all the springs to where they just don't go anymore. Now, I do this at my own risk because I know I've done it before where I've stripped the threads and, I messed up the cube. Now, the tensions don't, it doesn't mess up the screw part, your cube isn't broken. It's just, you can't tighten it anymore. You have no bottom point of tightening it, which kind of makes you feel like, all right, am I tight, or is it tight, or is it loose? And so it's like you can't really know or tell. And so yeah, that's how I tension all my cubes. I just loosen them until I'm comfortable. I know he mentioned about a unique turning style and whatnot, and I think I figured out how he has that unique turning style and whatnot. Let me just check something. Okay. Unique turning style is that some cubers I've noticed, like for instance Felix Zendig's. I haven't seen his videos in a while, but I remember one time his hands were kind of down like this, right? Or maybe not Felix, there's someone else, but anyways, their hands are kind of down. Now if you see this, my hands are like this, right? I'm doing this stuff, right? Keeping my fingers messed up. But you see right here, you might be able to get caught right here on the side. I've noticed Kevin Hayes, when he solves, his hands are more up like this. Obviously, they're not like this, but you know, they're more up and whatnot. And from what I've experienced when I've solved, I actually have better results when my hands are more up, straight, versus like this. So that might be one thing you might want to try. Um, so I'm not saying that you're going to become Kevin Hayes or anything. It's just, I guess you could say research I've done. Not research, it's just what I've noticed. Um, when it comes to the 6x6 or any cubes, I've really been like picky when it comes to, you know, what kind of cube I like. And see, look, my hands are down here, and it's not really as smooth as this hand is, and it's up here. You see the difference? Anyways, so when it comes to like the 6x6 or anything like that, I've opened them up and I've closed them. I've opened them and put them back together multiple times. So I really understand how it works, you know, and why, you know, like the Shangshao cube, you know, how you would turn it and this would stay up there like that. It's because the cube wasn't really designed, at least the second batch. I'm assuming there's two different batches because the first one was more stiffer than the other one. And so the second one, it didn't have as much friction. It wouldn't hold onto the top layer as much. And so Moyu and Yuxin fixed that problem. Or Moyu fixed the problem, Yuxin followed, I'm guessing. I'm assuming, I don't know. But anyways, so yeah, it's not really much. But as for my main, I'm still sticking with the Yuxin, only because of its size and its smoothness. I don't like Moyu anymore. I don't like it. At least for the first version. I never tried the second version, but I just don't really want to waste my time trying out the second version. And for the Chi Yi, I don't know. I don't want to waste my time either with that. So I just stick to this. And plus, you know, if I heard that those cubes are bigger, and I don't, you know, I'm like, I'd rather stick with this. And so, yeah, I know I'm not that fast. I'm not that fast, like, compared to Kevin Hayes. I'm 2 times slower than him. Like, my times, whatever times he gets, multiply by 2. Those are the times I get. So, my turning speed, I don't know, it's not really that fast. And I haven't really been cubing a lot lately, so my accuracy is kind of going off right now. And so, I'm getting back into it right now, though. But yeah. Anyways, that's all I wanted to say about Kevin Hayes' video. A little bit after I finished watching it, I was like, man, you're talking babas here. But no, I'm just kidding. It's actually pretty good information. I did learn some things about it, but just know that there's not one specific way of you know, getting a cube to be good. And just want to say, for all you haters out there that hate on all the actual good cubes, you just don't know how to set up your cube right. I'm sorry, that's my bad self, my evil self. For all the people out there that don't know how to, you know, that don't like certain cubes, it's actually just your opinion. I'm just messing around. It's your opinion, you know. I know, like, for instance, Felix, he likes Moyu cubes. I don't. I like these. He might not like these. So it's everybody's, you know, opinion, personal preference. There's certain, okay, Kevin Hayes, he uses the Yuxin 5x5. I don't like the Yuxin 5x5. I like the Moyu 5x5, the latest one. So, you know, everybody has their own, you know, maybe I didn't set up the Yuxin 5x5 right. And that's probably true. But as for the 6x6, for all you haters out there for this Yuxin 6x6, it might just be because you didn't set it up right. I mean, I've done that before with my cubes. I didn't set it up right. And in a way, I guess you can. I mean, since 6x6s in general aren't easy to set up. They're not. Shangshao is extremely difficult. I couldn't even master it. Kevin Hayes, I don't know how he did it, but he did. He mastered it. Moyu, I couldn't master it. I could only get it as best as I could. This, I think I mastered it because it is the best cube. And I feel like I mastered it because I didn't want to upgrade. I'm happy with what I got. So, yeah. I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but yeah, that's just what I wanted to say. So yeah.